Hello. I am so bad with time lately. I'm sitting here texting and answering messages while I waited for it to be 5. And then I realized it's 5:07. So let me mute my phone and get into this. Just a silly something today. I'm going to share a spider story, a real life spider story. I used to have a phobia of spiders, and then I got over it by keeping black widow spiders as pets. And that's a long story that I will not regale you with here. But it basically involved me wanting to educate my children in Albuquerque, New Mexico about the horrors of black widow spiders. And so I caught one in a bottle to show them. And then, being the person that likes to talk about killing but actually can't kill anything, probably, I I kept it as a pet, and I fed it, and it lived to a ripe old age, and I named it Elvira, and got over my fear of spiders and decided I love spiders after that because they represent that fear. Held a tarantula as my final test, and that brings us to today, where I let spiders coexist in my home as long as they're not poisonous like brown recluses. But we have plenty of the little cute fuzzy like little hunting spiders. They're like super adorable. I think they're jumping spiders or something. Love those guys. Anyways, we got those guys all over the house. Okay, well, I'm sorry. I shouldn't say that because I do want people to visit me sometimes. There's a few, maybe, in the corners where nobody sees. But before I launch into the spider story, the real life spider story that actually scared me, I just wanted to share a little quick update. Yesterday, I talked about the Little Free Libraries, and almost 50% funded right now, which is amazing. Dan Bugby came in hot last night with a big donation. I really appreciate it. Like I said, when I come back from this next trip on June 1st to some days, I'm just gonna finish it off and get it whatever is happening with the Kofi. But this has been really awesome. This has been my first time I ever tried to do something like this. And I'm usually really, I don't know, very hesitant. But this was fun because it allowed me to, I couldn't do anything until after Stoker's, I knew, because of money, and StokerCon cost a little bit of money. So this was a nice way that I could put it up and kind of feel like something is happening on it, and I haven't forgotten it, and things are happening. But also, now that StokerCon is done, when I come back, this can happen. So I just want to do a huge thank you to Dan and to everybody. And also, little update, I have a couple more books that are going into it. I'm stocking these. Stocking. Sorry, I'm on a message right now, message chain talking about stalking. But this is stocking, Stocking. But here's the stack that I have right now of books. Oops, these are upside down. It's starting to be a little hefty to lift up. And I just added, including the ones, well, dropping books. There we go. Including this stack from last night, I got an extra copy of, well, I've got quite a few extra copies of these. Worlds of Light and Darkness is going to go in there. This is the anthology that I did with Dreamforge and Space and Time magazine, and we've got some really great authors in here. I know Jonathan Mayberry is in here, Alessandro Manzetti, Gordon Linsner, Austin Gregg is in here. From us, let me look, and I will tell you who's in here. Scott Edelman, Gordon Linsner, Austin Gregg, John Polisano, Alessandro Manzetti, Jonathan Mayberry, Jennifer Shelby, Eric Del Carlo, John Linwood Grant, Ian Rogers was from Space and Time magazine. But yeah, so one of these is going in there. A copy of Art Wraiths from my friend Amy Zollers. And because she's here local, I'm actually going to see when it actually gets installed. I want to do kind of like a party, and I don't know, maybe invite the news, but anyways, kind of make a deal of it. So we can talk about the censorship issue. So just a good excuse. So I'm going to see if I can get Amy to pop by for that and sign the book, and maybe do a book signing. Why can't we do a book signing? And same deal with the local author. We've got Dan B. Fierce here, and I'm going to see if I can convince Dan to come by and do a little book signing at this time, whenever this happens, and release a few books, sign some books, sell some books, right there. Let's see if we can't get a little party of this. I read Roadkill King too, and I really enjoyed it, and I did a review a little while ago. It's been a little while. And it looks like we have another book to toss in there from the Black Sheep, whose name I might know, and I don't know if they want it divulged here, but yes, that would be awesome. Chelsea, if you want to do that. And yes, definitely, I will let you know when this here potty thing happens. But it's going to be after I get back from this Writers Police Academy that I am going on. So that is that. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, everybody who has donated to that. Chelsea Williams, right? Chelsea Williams has some children's books. I'm watching chat now to see if I got that right. You know, it's crazy when people change their names, and I don't even remember names in the first place sometimes. So yeah, I'm watching chat for that. But I do want to say thank you to everyone. Thank you to Laura and Jennifer and Francis and Dan for donating to this. Oh, right. Yeah, Chelsea Hunter. It's the Color Coven books that she has out. And yeah, that would be awesome because I don't really have any kids' books in here, but I live across from a park where there's a lot of kids. So yeah, I'm super excited about this. And I do want to make sure I get some banned books in there as well, because that's kind of the beginning of this was the banned books. But spider story. So now that you know, I do love spiders. I really do love spiders. I was reading, or I have been reading Alma Katsu's The Fervor, which is really good. And it, features some spiders in it, which has not creeped me out at all. I've really enjoyed it. I kind of hope the spiders win. So far, so good in this story. I haven't finished it yet. But as I'm reading along, and I read myself to sleep, turn out the light, go to bed. Sometime, and I went to bed at like 1. And so at 3, I woke up and I sleep on my side, and something was tickling my hand. And for some reason it woke me up, and I remember thinking it's just my hair or whatever. So I'm really not going to make a big deal about this, but we do live in Missouri, and there are brown recluse spiders. So it is a good idea to identify what is crawling on you in the middle of the night. So I turned on the light, expecting nothing but, maybe my hair. And I turned on the light just in time to see something rather large for a spider, definitely a spider, and it kind of scuttled down between the mattress and the headboard. Well, my husband was asleep, and I didn't really want to wake him up, and so I couldn't really tear the bed apart looking for this. I was trying to pull the mattress aside so I could at least identify it, because if it's not a brown recluse, get out of my bed, but I'm not going to be that worried about it. But I really don't want to sleep with a brown recluse. And just in case you're not familiar with what a brown recluse is, because I know people in other countries are not sometimes, when they bite you, they can make like a really nasty sore. I can't remember what it's called, but it's not a toxin in your body which will give you a heart attack like a black widow. It actually rots your flesh. So I really don't want to be bitten by one of these guys. That would be super inconvenient right now. So anyways, I saw this thing scuttle down, So I slept with the light on because, I don't want to encourage him to come back out in the dark. And I say slept slept very loosely, more like I was laying there trying to finish reading Alma Katsu, and I kept probably about every 2 minutes whipping up my head and looking along the mattress line to see if he'd come back. Next morning, I did obviously doze off a little bit with the light on, but the next morning I tore the bed apart so I could find out where the spider was. And I did start thinking that maybe I was dreaming, maybe this had never happened, and couldn't really remember the wake up or the sleepy part there. But when I tore the bed apart, didn't find anything, didn't even find any webs until I got to the bed frame, and I flipped the headboard down, and I realized that the headboard posts are actually hollow. And I took a picture, which I could share, but I want to give anybody like arachnophobia or whatever. But yeah, when I took the photo of it, yeah, there he was, quite a large brown recluse. So we don't have a headboard anymore, especially like a nice, creepy wooden one with hollow spider condominiums in it. So yeah, if anybody wants a free headboard, I'm giving it away. It's on my porch right now. A said spider is no longer here anymore. But yeah, that was my spider story. So that has occupied me. I have a bunch of projects I need to be doing, but I have been deep cleaning my bedroom and the upstairs and kind of finding all those little piles of clutter to get rid of them because I know he has friends. But that's it. That is like pretty much all I had to say today. Was I just kind of wanted to share that. And yes, if you want a headboard, a free headboard, let me know. It's really nice. It's wood, obviously not solid wood, and like wrought iron metal. And I really thought it was pretty, but not with the extra creatures living in it. Creature, or maybe more I didn't see. But that is it for today. I will keep you posted on the status of the Little Free Library, which getting a ton of books in it already. And so I'm glad that I did pick the larger one. But I picked the larger one because I assumed I would have a lot of books for this, including like the magazine and other things like that. So yeah, I'm super excited. I leave. Oh, tomorrow I have the Balticon thing. So virtual Balticon for anybody who is signed up for the Balticon convention. I'll be doing giving your work away for fun and profit, which I think is funny because I'm like an expert at that. And then the next day on Monday, Happy Memorial Day for America. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't think we say Happy Memorial Day. It is Memorial Day on Monday for veterans. Sorry, I'm looking at my schedule. But yeah, so Memorial Day we honor on Monday. And I will also be doing poetry as a world building tool in Balticon. And then SPOFest, which anybody can participate in. I'll talk about that on Monday, but that looks like a really fun virtual, located in Missouri, event where you can read poetry, and there's like a impromptu prompt thing. I can't remember what they call it. Shouldn't try to read and talk because it doesn't work. Oh, they call it rough draft. And so they give you a prompt, you make up a story on the spot, which I think sounds amazing and fun. Yeah, and then from there, headed to Appleton, Wisconsin. And I will be spending the rest of the week hanging out with policemen, learning about murder. So I'm very excited to do that. And that's it. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. And I can't think of anything else except for thank you, Dan. Thank you, everybody who has supported the Little Free Library. And I will keep collecting books to be filling it up. And we should probably have it installed by mid-June, I think, depending on how long it takes to get here. And yeah, I will see you tomorrow then. Bye. And thank you, Chelsea. And I do look forward to those books, and I will share them.